Get ready for high-stakes action, because top-ranked Jannik Sinner seems unstoppable heading into his home Italian Open with Carlos Alcaraz sidelined. We break down the incredible momentum Sinner has built, the recent dominance he's shown, and why experts believe he is poised to make history this season.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we look at the intense rivalry and the physical toll of injury, focusing on Carlos Alcaraz. We reveal the candid conversation Pablo Andújar had with Alcaraz about his recovery timeline, and what the world #1 is saying about his path back to peak performance. Now we turn to the monumental potential of Jannik Sinner. We explore the possibility of him achieving the career Grand Slam, the 9 Masters 1000 titles, and what veteran Greg Rusedski thinks is required for this historic feat to happen. Finally, we wrap up with the outlook for the rest of the tennis circuit. We discuss what former #1 Greg Rusedski says needs to happen to challenge Sinner's dominance, and what the future holds for the clay court season. Stay with us for the full breakdown. Jannik Sinner appears unstoppable as he heads into his home Italian Open, with the absence of Carlos Alcaraz creating a significant advantage as the tennis season builds toward the French Open and Wimbledon. Sinner's recent form has been exceptional, with top-ranked players noting his remarkable stability and lack of dips in performance. Alexander Zverev, #3, highlighted Sinner's consistency after losing to him in the Madrid Open final, stating, "He's very stable. He doesn't have dips. He doesn't have phases where he goes down." Sinner's success is underscored by his achievement of winning 5 consecutive Masters 1000 events outside of the Grand Slams and extending his winning streak to 23 matches, with no losses recorded since a quarterfinal defeat in the Qatar Open in February. Coach Simone Vagnazzi noted that while Sinner is developing, his current stability is key to maintaining motivation. Sinner has dismissed any consideration of resting before the Italian Open, emphasizing the significance of playing at home. This tournament represents his only Masters Series event yet to win. The prospect of Sinner becoming the first Italian man to capture the trophy at the Foro Italico since Adriano Panatta in 50 years is highly anticipated. On the women's side, the clay season presents a more varied landscape. Aryna Sabalenka demonstrated strong form with a sunshine double on hard courts but faced setbacks, including a loss in the Madrid quarterfinals. Meanwhile, 4-time French Open champion Iga Swiatek withdrew from a third-round match due to illness in Madrid, while Marta Kostyuk secured a WTA 1000 title by defeating Mira Andreeva. The focus remains firmly on Sinner's dominant run as he prepares for the demanding schedule ahead. Jannik Sinner is entering his home Italian Open with a significant advantage, as his main rival, Carlos Alcaraz, is sidelined. This situation has heightened expectations for Sinner's performance in the tournament. Separately, local infrastructure in Russellville has seen a positive development with the completion of the Harmon Skate Park bathrooms on Monday, April 27. These newly completed facilities are fully ADA compliant and represent the final planned renovation for the park. The city of Russellville secured 2 grants to fund these additions, with a 50-50 matching contribution from another source, ensuring the project's timely completion. Jannik Sinner is on the cusp of achieving a historic milestone, with speculation mounting over his potential to complete the career Grand Slam. Following a recent defeat at the Australian Open, Sinner has solidified his position as a top contender. The prospect of him winning both the Rome and Roland Garros tournaments would see him conquer all 9 Masters 1000 titles and the career Grand Slam, a feat Greg Rusedski believes would be a significant achievement for the sport. The current landscape favors Sinner due to the withdrawal of Carlos Alcaraz, who is sidelined with a wrist injury across Madrid, Rome, and Roland Garros. Rusedski noted that this absence removes a major challenge, as other top players have proven unable to take a set off Sinner, even on surfaces more favorable to them. In his podcast Off Court, Rusedski expressed a nuanced view. He stated, "I don't think it's bad if he wins Rome and Roland Garros because it's a historic feat. If he wins all the major tournaments, he will have conquered the 9 Masters 1000 and the career Grand Slam at just 24 years old. With Carlos's absence, it will give him more motivation to fight for the titles, but he has to find a balance and deal with the pressure." Rusedski added that Sinner is now aiming to surpass his career achievements, while also setting sights on a gold medal at the 2028 Olympic Games. However, the former British #1 cautioned that the rest of the ATP circuit must elevate its performance to challenge Sinner's dominance. He suggested that conditions in Rome, with clay courts returning to normal and less altitude than in Madrid, will necessitate a Herculean effort from any challenger to stop him. While acknowledging that catching up in the short term appears unlikely, Rusedski concluded that the competitive nature of tennis means anything remains possible. Tennis veteran Pablo Andújar offered an insightful perspective on the mental fortitude required to manage injury recovery, revealing a candid conversation he recently had with Carlos Alcaraz. Speaking on the program, Table Road Deportivo, on RNE Sports, Andújar discussed the current landscape of tennis and shared his observations regarding Alcaraz's approach to his physical setbacks. Andújar noted that he spoke with Alcaraz the day before yesterday for just 5 minutes, during which Alcaraz stated his intention to return to competition only when he is at 100%. Andújar contrasted this philosophy with his own experiences, mentioning he has undergone 5 elbow surgeries. He expressed concern that setting strict deadlines can induce anxiety if those goals are not met, emphasizing that Alcaraz's focus on achieving full recovery, returning only at peak condition, is a powerful mindset. The discussion highlighted the psychological aspects of high-level athletic recovery and the differing approaches players take when facing physical challenges.